Hey, I'm Makaila.
And I'm Nick.
And this is a completely legitimate movie podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of a completely legitimate movie podcast.
We have a special guest today. My best friend since 5th grade. This is Chelsea.
Hiya.
Anything you want to say about yourself before we get into this?
I love this movie. I'm very easygoing on movies, so you won't find me bashing things that badly. So, yeah, I love it. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good time with this, but I won't spoil my review at the end.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, this week we are recapping Broken Lizard's Club Dread. I know you two really love this movie. Why don't you give us the research, Beep?
Okay, so the summary for this one is at Coconut Pete's Coconut Beach Resort, guests and staff find themselves amidst a killer. It was released February 27th in 2004. Fuck me, I should have put how his last name is pronounced because I don't know. It's
the one who plays Putman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chandraskar? I am so sorry for butchering that. He directed it as well as playing the character Putman.
Mm-hmm.
And so I originally was under the impression that Nick was not familiar with Broken Lizard, but he apparently is familiar.
I saw Super Troopers. I'm not familiar with them.
Well, I didn't think you'd know
what they're
anything.
for, so yeah.
But for those of you listening who aren't familiar, Broken Lizard is a 5-man comedy and filmmaking group. So they've made movies such as Super Troopers 1 and 2. Apparently a third one is in pre-production, so we should be getting that at some point.
Okay, didn't even know.
Yeah. They also are responsible for the movie Beer Fest and, of course, the movie we're reviewing today.
Yes.
So I am going to go through them first, and then I'll get to the other cast members. So we have Jay as Putman. He has directed other movies such as The Dukes of Hazzard, and also a slew of TV episodes from shows like Community, New Girl, Psych, and Arrested Development. We have Kevin Heffernan as Lars, Steve, I don't know how to pronounce any of their fucking last names. Steve Lemmy as Juan, Paul Soder as Dave, Eric Stolhansky as Sam. Again, so sorry, should have done better research.
There's no John Smiths in the cast.
Right. So we also have Brittany Daniel, who plays Jenny.
Yes.
She also played Jessica Wakefield in the show Sweet Valley High, which I'm not super familiar with, but I figured 88 episodes, I better damn well mention it. And then she played Brandy in Joe Dirt. And
Yes.
And Megan Vandergold in White Chicks, so basically the head bitchy one. And then, last but certainly not least, we have the late great Bill Paxton as Coconut Pete. And I feel like, as an actor, if you think of a good movie from the 90s, early 2000s, he's really the actor that comes to mind. So, I'll ask you first, Chelsea, what is your favorite Bill Paxton movie or role?
Besides this one, because my love for Coconut Pete knows no bounds. I love the soundtrack every summer. It'd probably be Frailty.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you two heard of that?
I have not.
Yeah, I feel like no one has. It's like one of the best thriller unknown movies ever. But if anyone who usually watches it is like, oh, this is good. So, Nick, you love Blues Brothers, right?
Yeah.
So this Bill Paxton is a dad, and he's on also a mission from God, just a little darker. But no, it's a dad, 2 sons. He receives a calling from God that he's got to take some people out. And this one son is like, bet. And the other son's like, you're fucking crazy. And also, yeah, it has Matthew McConaughey in it. And he talks to a detective in the future, and you're supposed to be the son. The detective's like, what is all these bodies? So he's telling him of his childhood and all the bodies and how it all happened. And then there's twists. It's superb. Love it. Bill Paxton's the dad. He's great. It's great.
That sounds really good.
That sounds like a very different mission from God.
Yeah. That's what I said. I was like, we're on a mission from God. And I was like, well, Bill was too, but it was different. It was a little different. It's good.
Very cool. Okay. Should I even bother asking you?
Uh,
What's your favorite Bill Paxton role? And don't look at my screen.
well, I should have looked at the research before we watched the movie because there was a very funny conversation we had about halfway through, which we'll get to. No, I didn't recognize the name Bill Paxton. You asked me, I'm like, who?
Yeah, I just started listing off movies, and he's like, who did he play in that? Who did he play in that?
You are not alone because I legit was like Bill Paxton, and my mom's like Titanic, and I was like, who does he play in Titanic?
That was the conversation we had.
Yeah, I forgot. I was
All right, I feel better.
Well, since no one's asking me,
What's your favorite Bill Paxton
What's
role?
yours?
it is Greg O'Hara in Mighty Joe Young. I fucking love that movie.
Take me back. Mighty Joe.
I just, yeah, I feel like he was the perfect mix of like heartthrob and don't fuck with me. And there's just this scene in the movie where like they've got Joe in this cage again, and he just takes his hand and like looks at it. Oh, it just makes me cry. That is such a good movie, and that is my favorite role of his.
I don't think
Lady
like
Joe
anyone
Young was the
remembers
gorilla, right?
Yep,
Okay,
Yeah.
I know that movie.
the gorilla in a cage.
I was gonna say, why is he in a cage? I was like, wait, he was a gorilla. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing that in theaters.
Oh my gosh, I don't even think I saw it in theaters. I think like
Yeah.
my dad worked at Blockbuster, and so he just brought it home a shit ton. Like, that was like one of my hardcore VHS rewatches.
Gosh, yeah.
And not as a slight on this movie at all. We usually do awards at as like the last part of research. This movie didn't win any.
Shocker. I am just thoroughly gone.
Was robbed. So they screened this movie for Jimmy Buffett, and I say they, Broken Lizard screened this movie for Jimmy Buffett, and he was apparently so amused that he requested to sing some of Coconut Pete's songs on his live tours.
Mm-hmm.
That just seems like the biggest compliment to me.
Yeah. Because
He
it's
saw your movie, was like, hey, can I take some of these?
because he was enamored by it, and like him and Bill
Right.
watched it together, and they just went back and forth about it, and it was just I'm like that's just the best knowing that Jimmy Buffett loved basically the parody of his life and career. It's just like, this is fucking gold. I love this.
Right?
I love that.
And Broken Lizard considers this movie their funniest movie that they've done so far.
I do too. I feel like the others like they hit and they're good, but I don't know. There's a level of like, depending on how crude your humor is, it hits at certain levels. This one, I feel like, but for all the blood splatter, it's the least crude. Like it's like the least. Somehow it just like it any audience can enjoy it as opposed to the others can sometimes be like certain jokes and you're like I don't know about that. This one pretty much can like hit all those marks and not go too hard, too crude.
Yeah, and I felt like as we were watching it too, it wasn't one of those things that you necessarily have to watch for like the lens of the year it was made. It's like
Yeah.
still okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's aged okay.
It's that's what I guess the way to phrase it. Okay, so with that, we'll get into it.
What-
Yeah, we'll dive right in.
Missed it. What was your favorite Bill Paxton movie, Nick? I feel like for some reason I didn't hear it when I was talking.
Well, no, that was it. She asked me, and I did not
Okay.
recognize his name, so I don't have one. And we had the same conversation, like, well, he was in Titanic. I was like, well, who did he play in Titanic? Like, I don't recognize Bill Paxton as like,
That's
oh, I
funny.
know him from X. That name
That's
was like,
even Twister?
That's what I was like. Not even from Twister. He was like, "Who do you play in Twister?" I was like, "The main guy."
The main man. Besides,
well, I know I've watched Twister, but when I try and think back of who the main character was, it's blank. I couldn't be like, what did the main guy from Twister look like? I don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
He looks like Coconut Pete.
we had different childhoods. I fell asleep to Twister. Like I loved watching it so much. It was my bedtime movie.
Well, the movie opens with a shot of like an island, like island mountains jutting out of the water, as most islands do. Bottom text tells us this is Pleasure Island off Costa Rica, and we hear the sound of someone screaming.
Oh yeah, it's time to get spoopy.
It's such a good opening. I don't care what anyone says. That's such a beautiful flippin' opening. But did you see like the fun fact about those shots of the initial going into the island?
No.
It's not. That's like those are the only two shots where it's like going in over the water and the clouds, and then the overview of the island. Those are the only two shots that aren't actually done by them.
Oh.
They're most cinematic, but they're not. It was they filmed. They had a friend, the friend who like filmed for the movie The Beach. It was their footage, and so they're like, "Can we have these for our opening?" And they're like, "Yeah."
Damn.
So
That's just a fun like thing. People are like, "This is cinematic," and I'm like, "Well, that's the one thing." They're like, "Well, that's not us," but everything else is good.
Yeah.
That's just a little fun fact.
Man.
nice. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. A man and a woman are walking in a jungle, making fun of a British guy for his accent. We learn that the man is named Rollo, and he and his girlfriend Stacy are gonna go smoke weed and bang because how else do you start a horror movie
Yes.
without sex? Because then you know who's gonna die.
It's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, Stacy starts licking this dude's chest, but she sees someone behind her in the jungle, to which she stops and gets creeped out. We get a great line from Rollo, which is, "Hey, what about my nipples?"
Yes. I love that this man's secure in his nipple play, though.
Yeah, you don't see that nowadays.
It's like, yeah, no, he's very much like he was like, you can like lick my, you can just do this, and he's very happy.
Just happy to be there. So they go further into the jungle and stumble upon a graveyard, which is, like the least sexy place to be.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you someplace romantic, a cemetery.
Yeah. Stacy kind of calls him out, like, "Hey, is this really a good place for us to bang?" And Rollo responds by breaking a gravestone.
He's like, who fucking cares? And it's like,
Yeah.
so you're gonna die.
And we're not gonna care because he's already very unlikable.
Yeah.
Right.
Stacy sees someone else following them again, so Rollo grabs a big stick, ward off this stalker, I guess, and he swings it at a figure, but it's just a statue.
Yeah.
That monkey, like,
And the fucking monkey, yeah.
jumping, that's such a good jump scare. Like, and I feel like this movie has some really good ones. It's one of the things I enjoy about
I was
it.
gonna say, like, I know this, like, preemptive, but what I love about this movie, well, they took, doing this movie alone, they were like, well, it's one of our comedy movies, but they were like, we want this to look as much like the slasher movie genre as we can. So they took all those tropes, a lot of it was Friday the 13th, and they just absolutely, like, put them in, and I was like, I love that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, the monkey, the whole jump scare, I was like, this movie's actually very good as a horror film. Like, they actually did quite well with, like, the effect, because every time people first watched this, they're just like, it's actually shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and two, that's a common horror movie trope is the cat scare.
Yeah.
Where, they hear something and like, oh, it's just a cat. I've never seen a cat scare done with a monkey.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, creative. Another girl approaches with some drinks. Her name is Kelly. Basically, like, let's get drunk and this is going to be a threesome. It's like, okay.
So now we have drugs, alcohol, sex. They're like, oh, let's go into this abandoned mausoleum.
Yeah.
And it's like,
At
okay,
least.
so we're just gonna set it all up for y'all to get killed.
It's
Yeah,
called
just-
Pleasure Island. They're living up to it, okay?
On Pleasure Island, they're picking the least sexy places.
I feel
I
like
guess they want privacy.
I feel like they've like done it so many times, and I just feel like they've done it probably everywhere on the island. They were like, let's spice it up.
Yeah, maybe.
Spice it up.
So they go into the mausoleum. Rollo grabs a sword off the wall and it's like, oh, check this out. But Stacy and Kelly find like this weird Mayan figure with like a giant wooden penis.
Yes.
They're like, haha, we don't need you anymore. And the wind or something blows the door shut, leaving them in darkness, and they kind of freak out for a second until Kelly opens the door.
Yeah, she's like, probably just the wind.
Yeah.
The classic line.
Yeah.
So they start taking their clothes off and getting to it.
Yep.
You wrote titties in your notes, so
Yes.
thank you for that.
Titties, period.
Yes, absolutely. And then heads and tails.
Yeah.
Watch the movie if you want to know what that's about.
So, like, yeah, Kelly's kind of sucking on Rollo's neck and then backs up like, oh no! And He's like, what's wrong? As he's just slashed in the back by some guy in like a beaded poncho and a mask. So Rollo dies, and Stacy, who I think was like going down on him,
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
they run fleeing out of the mausoleum, and then somehow while running they've put their shirts back on, because in the next scene,
Well,
the
like open, and then the other girl, yeah, she's just like whooshed.
like you're running for your life, but you got to put the titties away.
I mean, actually, I appreciate that because after watching so many slasher movies where they just have the girls' tits out, running everywhere for the gratuitous nudity, and I'm like, listen, I'm not mad at a boob shot, or I'm not mad at it, but they literally just are. I mean, I'm like, you have a shirt. So I love actually this. She actually has the forethought to be like, I probably don't want to run through a jungle just like naked everywhere. It probably is best to cover a little.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. At some point, they get split up. Kelly almost runs straight off a cliff and is kind of stumbling and swinging her arms around. She reaches back to just grab something to steady herself.
The fucking tiniest twigs in the world.
Right,
Like,
and
those
she
aren't
can't-
gonna hold you up anyway.
Finally, she reaches back and grips the sharp end of the machete. And this movie isn't super gory, but the only thing I winced at was like her sliding and slicing her hand off the machete as she
Yeah.
falls. Like that kind of made me like wince and look away.
That stayed with me for years, the slicing of the fingers, and yeah, ow, 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 ow.
Right? There's so many nerve endings in your hand. Like, ow. I mean, she's dead in a few seconds anyway. It's probably
Yeah, to feel that as you're going down, I'm like, ooh, yeah, I hate that.
yeah. Stacy, the last one left of these three, kind of makes it out of the jungle and is in sight of the camp and civilization, but gets like just slashed before she can call for help.
Yep.
Right. Yes. And I love the way that like the tumble and like the body twitching was filmed, like
Yes.
with the screen title. Like it was so good.
Yes. Yeah.
We flash back to an hour earlier as the ferry pulls up to the island, Pleasure Island, hosted by Coconut Pete. The guests have arrived for their undisclosed period of time at
Yeah.
this resort.
Yes. We see some dude with like surfer hair, just looks like your typical tourist about to go to a tropical island, and then he's greeted by Coconut Pete's voice, like welcoming them to Pleasure Island. Scene reminds me a little bit, not in the same way, obviously, but like for the Scooby-Doo movie.
Scooby-Doo! Yeah, I was literally about to say that! When they go to Spooky Island, yes.
Yes. It's very, like that, it just gives different scenes, same energy.
Yeah.
Mr. Yank would have solved this in half the time. Half the time, half the deaths.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm just imagining Mystery Inc. at this, like...
Although, I don't know if they would have. It would have been like Velma being like, let's try some drugs. It would have been Fred being like, bye. Because he would have been
It'd be like Club Zoinks or something.
Yeah.
So here we are introduced as well to the staff.
Yes, Jenny teaches aerobics. Juan is in charge of water sports. In the midst of this, the person we saw who looked like a hippie, like the surfer hair, introduces himself to Juan. He says his name is Lars. He is filling in.
No, he doesn't even get to say. He's like, it's
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Juan's
later.
like, yeah, anyway, enjoy the island.
Right.
Welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. They're just like,
We gotta keep the line moving.
Keep moving.
he's like, I work here.
Yeah. We're introduced to Dave, who is the in charge. He's
You
DJ's
skip Putman.
Putman. Oh yeah, Putman. Well, everyone else skips Putman.
Makaila, that's the running theme. Exactly.
Putman's the British guy, and he teaches tennis.
He's every joke. Putman, really, though.
Butt of every joke, yeah. Dave is the DJ / drugs,
Yeah.
Yep.
in charge of the drugs.
Which I
Yeah.
think is like an unofficial job title.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, and then we hear, you are here to have fun. If you do not have fun, fun will be provided for you, which comes from Sam, the fun police.
Yes.
Sam, we see Rollo, who, of course, this is an hour earlier. He's not dead yet. Sam and Rollo have an exchange that Rollo took some of Sam's weed, and Sam wants it back or wants to be paid back for it. And Rollo's like, don't got anything, and flips him off.
We get our first, like, moment.
Yes.
Yeah, this
That-
is our first. Yeah, Sam kind of stares after him. We hear the horror sting
Yeah.
of the ominous music that
You're like,
something
oh
could
man,
be off
he's
here.
gonna kill him because he said he didn't have any drugs.
Right,
There was ever a reason on a pleasure island.
right. We see Kelly is supposed to be passing out food, but as soon as the person telling her to do that walks away, she grabs some drinks instead. The ones
You?
we saw her
Yes.
take.
Yes, which is the funniest thing because she runs up, she's like, hey, you, and you're like, oh. She's like, hey, you, what are you doing? No, the character's name is you.
Love that.
Yes.
Right, they get so much mileage out of that joke. Too.
Yeah.
It's doing so good.
And she you doesn't even get a title card. You was my favorite.
She
But-
doesn't. Yeah, she's. I don't like. What is her job? I feel like she's just the warrior and the common sense of the whole movie.
I pieced together later that she is like in charge of the kitchen.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'll get to it later. It's not important
Yeah.
right now. Kelly asked Dave to put some ecstasy in her drinks, which
But how does she say it though?
you tell me.
So we get a lot of like ecstasy puns
Yeah.
here. She asks for something extra. His reply is like something about
I know
experience.
Exactly what you
visiting.
need.
And then Kelly like ends it with saying to put it on her tabs. they got such a
Find me in the
rough-
eve.
Yeah, and Dave asks if he can get one of those, and she's like, "No, they're smoking for." We get another
They're
music.
smoking for.
Happy accident. We get another horror musical sting as Dave mouths that she's a bitch.
Yeah.
He's like no, and he's
Yeah, Putman is talking to Stacy. I think Stacy's trying to get him involved in the jungle sex.
yeah, that's what we're led to believe. But then it's like anything you know about Putman is like, did she actually invite him?
Like
Rollo says that she did.
Maybe she didn't like realize that he was like not cool yet.
Yeah. But
no, I don't know.
Putman-
I don't think he would have actually gone, and she probably knew that. But I think that would have been funny with like Putman out there being like, "Oh, look around at the woods."
Putman is so very British, but he says things that I think are supposed to be like British euphemisms that I don't think are real. They just put together two stupid words and say this, Britishly. So
They said he's the director.
oh yeah, this was his choice. Putman
Well-
says the jungle gives him wonky britches.
Yeah. Well, the whole the thing behind the British thing though, on what is it, the audio commentary says about it is that because when he directed the other films, he can be quite a focused, serious director, and he can get angry easily. So for this one, the rest of the Broken Lizard guys were like, "We want you to have the stupidest, most fake accent. So when you go into the role of acting, you can't be focused on directing because you're just gonna be like quite clear, like you gotta focus on the accent." And it made him a lot more lighthearted and fun as opposed to constantly being in serious mode.
That's so good.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that, but
That's why it's so
So-
deliberate.
Rollo comes up and pulls Stacy away from Putman, calls him an F cake, which
Yeah, no, literally calls him an F cake. Like, doesn't call him the fruit cake, or he says F cake. It's like, okay.
yeah, it was a very weird thing to say. Putman stares after them. We get another sting, just setting up that something bad's gonna happen, and we don't know who's involved.
Exactly.
Yeah, Coconut Pete is on stage, plays Wonderwall. Not really.
What version did you watch?
He does have his guitar, so he starts singing Pleasure Island, tells the guests that, they're getting away from civilization. This really is a paradise. Cell phones and fax machines don't work here. They're isolated from society.
Naturally.
Yes.
Naturally, you gotta have it. As technology progresses, I love how horror movies have to make up these excuses for why you can't just call someone for help.
Right, but you know that this movie dates itself when it says no fax machines, and I'm like, woof.
Yeah.
No worries.
I would say it almost dated itself anyway in 2004 because, we never really used those.
Nope.
But,
Coconut Pete's an older dude,
Yes.
so it might just be
Yeah.
on purpose.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you had to describe Coconut Pete's look, what are we going with?
Oh, I love it.
Unwashed uncle.
Unwashed
Hair.
uncle.
That's
Yeah.
the Coconut Pete vibe.
Yeah.
But like he
Yeah.
made it. The
Yeah.
unwashed uncle who made it.
Yeah, he just kind of
It
spends
also,
his
yeah.
days
It's
like,
like he's never got out of the 70s. I mean,
yes.
yeah. The uncle still thinks he's cool sitting around smoking pot, and it's like he gets to tell those stories, and he's like, yeah.
Yeah. And he like definitely looks like he stinks. Like he always just
Oh, yeah.
smells like weed.
Oh,
Not
Oh,
like, yeah.
oh yeah.
I mean, this is perfect for him because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
kind of like a washed up performer, you get the vibe, but everyone who comes here is going to be a huge fan of his.
Yeah.
Right.
So he gets to be like, he's constantly reliving his glory days to people who eat that shit up. Sam interrupts the kind of greeting and almost arrests him for
What are the
keeping
charges, officer? Sorry. That's-
Yeah. Free drinks at the pool from noon to 3,
Yes.
which, ooh.
That's
You wouldn't catch me leaving the pool, let me tell you. I don't care if someone's being decapitated off to the side of me. I still would be like focused on free drinks in a pool. I give that to them.
Yeah.
especially at a
yeah.
resort, because you know those drinks aren't cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't know
Um,
anybody.
The scene transitions to a woman looking at the camp map, and she starts walking down a trail, sees some lemurs crossing the road, gets creeped out because she's by herself. As she turns around, she sees a gorilla costume and punches its head off.
As
Thankfully,
you do.
Jenny was not in it, but Jenny was carrying the gorilla.
Yes. Like, I don't blame her, though. Like, why are you creeping up on me in fucking gorilla, gear? What the? Yeah.
It's Wilkie, the welcome gorilla. Okay.
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 It's so stupid, like, oh, he the welcome gorilla. Why?
Yes.
Love
Jenny comments that this woman looks familiar, and she's like, I guess you must just have one of those faces.
Yeah. Her name is Penelope. They introduce each other to themselves. I had worded that weird. Exchange some pleasantries. She's from Nome, Alaska. This isn't important, but they say it.
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah. We see the pool and people enjoying free drinks, and we get kind of two dudes, very Beavis and Butthead. They're just, like, kind of catcalling ladies. I don't even know if they're doing it loud enough for the girls to hear them.
No,
No.
because they're chicken shit. They'll say
Yeah.
these disgusting things to themselves, to each other, but, like, they're never going to be, quote-unquote, brave enough to actually say that
Yep.
because they know that they'll get punched in the face. Or
Right.
kneed in the balls.
Pretty
or-
sure they're questioning their own bromance at times, and you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. As they are striking out, like, without even talking to these girls, we see Stacy in the background getting killed right behind them.
Yeah.
No one
Yep.
notices.
No.
Nope. Free drinks and a pool. My gosh.
It's the perfect cry.
Yeah.
I would just up and be like, someone passed out. She got a friend? No? Okay, I'm good.
But
Sorry.
it does, like, really solidify how close she was to, like...
Safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get Beavis and Butthead provide us some backstory about Jenny because they're like, oh, I know her. She's on a workout show, Amy Aerobics. She used to be in the back, but then Amy died, and now she's the #1 girl.
First
No,
palm
she
tree
replaced-
girl died, yeah. And then she
Oh.
it's palm tree. Then Amy Aerobics died, and now she's the new Amy Aerobics, dude.
They're so excited to give us this exposition, too.
Yeah.
Love it.
And, like, they're like, yeah, bro, and then they, like, hug each other in, like, the weirdest way, and, like, don't be gay.
Yeah.
Don't be gay. And then you see the scene when that like zooms out and they're like, dude, you're totally doing this. They're like, dude, and they're both, and they're like, no, dude, this is you. And I'm like,
They're very deep in the closet for each other, it's fine. Finally, Lars is able to introduce himself.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm actually supposed to be working here.
He is subbing in for Inga, the masseur. He's introducing himself to Jenny and you, and they're like, let's see what you got. And he, like, just places a hand on each of their shoulders, and they're acting like they nearly orgasm, like, just from his touch.
They're not acting. That's real.
Is that in the audio commentary?
imagine. Can you imagine though?
Right.
He's so just very, very like exaggerated, good with his hands characterization.
Yeah, magic fingies.
Magic fingies.
Yep.
Dave sees this and is just like a dick about it.
Yeah, he's like, ew, who's this fat guy? And why is, like, where's he go?
What is it? We've swapped out a 6 foot, like,
6 foot
Swedish
Swedish
broad.
broad. 6 foot Swedish broad.
And I'm 6'1". It's okay.
And answers the wrong detail.
Yeah. I'll be the cute chick behind the bar.
Yeah, they set up a little Jenny Lars romance, and as Jenny's being carried away, we get a shot of Stacy's dead body in plain view. If anyone looked over, they'd see her, but like you said, they probably just think she's passed out already.
Yeah. I love that, like, her head is not on her body, and it's supposedly right in front of her stomach area, but apparently she's contorted. Think nothing of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We cut to that night. There's like just a dance party happening. Dave is DJing as his job states he is, or should be. There's an ice slide for drinks.
Which is cool. I really like that thing. I'm like, I kind of want one.
Those are neat.
The luge. I've always wanted to take a shot from one of those census movie.
Yeah,
It's
same.
like-
I think, like, when we first watched this, we were in middle school, so, like, we were
Oh,
like,
I
wow!
take a Capri Sun down that luge any day, okay? Listen.
Coconut Pete joins the party to the cheers of the crowd. Lars walks up and says, "Oh, I'm such a huge fan. Thank you for bringing..." What does he say? Bringing me for in your inner peace or some bullshit?
Some bullshit.
Like the most hippie bullshit. Says he's wearing the same Tranquility blouse, which, what the fuck is that? That Coconut Pete wore on an album cover.
Yeah, Coconut Pete looks at his, like, bodyguard, who we learn is Hank, and he's like, the fuck did we get this guy? Who hired him? Like,
Super.
yeah.
Basically, Pete's like, yeah, that's nice, fuck off. You have to wear this ugly sweater if you're running the ice luge, by the way.
Yeah, he basically does. He's like, anyway, you have to fucking wear this.
Yeah. Juan, as part of his job, I guess, comes up to Coconut Pete. I almost said Poconut.
He.
Poconut's apt of what happens, I guess, in a minute here. Juan basically tells Pete, like, hey, that woman over there said she was at your show and this year, and basically hardcore wingman and for Pete, like, hey, say you see her from your show. He basically brings Pete a woman to bang.
Yeah.
Love that, like, that whole setup, because Pete could have just genuinely walked over to her at any given time, though, and just been like, hey, and she'd have been like, let's sleep together. Like, I love that.
Right.
To make her
Yeah.
feel special, but I'm like, Pete knew he didn't even have to. This girl was down.
Yeah.
What a lovely setup, though.
Because he's like, oh, you were at one of my shows, right? This year, you were in the 15th row. And it's like, no.
She's so
fuck off.
excited.
Yeah, pictographic memory for pretty face.
He walked with, like, the best look, though. He was so, like, happy.
Yeah.
Oh
Love
my
it.
gosh.
So they walk off, and Pete kind of gives Juan, like, a look like, oh, yeah. And it's like, Juan set you up, man. Sam is shooting people with a water gun that we learn has tequila in it. And it's like, that's gotta be warm and gross.
Guess stumbling away like, Jesus Christ, that's tequila.
He was like, fuck, that's tequila. Love it.
Putman's at the bar. Is it Putman or Putnam?
Putman.
Putman. I have it as Putnam in half my notes. Putman is talking to Jenny as she's behind the bar.
I double check, but yeah, I believe it's Putman.
All right.
Like, I gotta know. I haven't been saying it wrong this whole year.
Putman's talking to Jenny about a British game called Cocks and Quarters, because of course he is.
Cocks and quarters, yeah.
And some dude who looks like he's too young to be there just starts making fun of him.
Yes, but I did like that burn from Putnam. He's like, new fellow, please cut off this minor.
Yeah, Putman. Putman.
Putman.
So that's
All right.
Putman, but yeah, Putman.
You think he'd teach golf then? Anyway, dumb joke.
No, just cocks and quarters, but yeah.
We see Penelope kind of walking around a little, like, unsure of herself in this environment. So Sam, who has the fun police, I guess, can't tolerate that. Handcuffs her to Juan,
Yeah.
which, super gross. Take us through this scene, because you fucking love this scene.
No, I just like that he says, like, that he's like his job to do cliffs, rocks, boards, whatever you want. But the fucking icing on the cake is her name tag says Penelope.
Yeah.
And he fucking cups her boobs. He's like, ah, Penelope.
Well, this day, whenever we meet someone named Penelope,
Yeah.
immediately they're like, Pinalo.
Literally, I wanted so badly to name Anastasia Penelope just so I could call her Penelope.
Pinalo.
Like the grip that this has on me, it's like
I
it's
love it.
so
I love the
fucking
Pinalo.
funny. Yeah.
Pinalo.
And she tells him that she goes to Oral Roberts, which I thought was like supposed to be a joke. Apparently, that's a real college.
No, is it anything like Anal Johnson? I loved it. So I love Juan. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, you kind of get the impression of like he's kind of down for whatever.
I was gonna say, like, to preface it, like, when they're first all introduced, like, I know this is Pleasure Island, people probably are getting the gist, but it's one of the only times, 100%, when Coconut Pete was doing his concert, he literally says, like, the staff are here for any way you need them, and it's the only place where literally the staff is encouraged to sleep with the guests.
Right. Usually you have to like sign something saying you won't.
Yeah, they're not supposed to fraternize, but staff can fraternize. They can fraternize with guests. Everybody can do anything on this island. It's a free-for-all, and that's, like, upfrontly known. So that's why it's like, he's attaching Penelope to, like, Juan. I'm like, it's very well known, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, hey, there's condoms everywhere, okay? I think we're being safe enough. Hopefully.
Yeah.
For as much sex happens in this movie, they do like talk about condoms a lot. So it's like, all right, at least like safety's
Safe.
yeah, safety's encouraged. Carlos and you are having a smoke break by like a roasting pig, and I'm just like, man, get your cigarettes away from the food.
Oh yeah, and you is that? Yeah, that would make sense because she's manning the kitchen stuff, the food.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so she probably does. Yeah, we're kitchen. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Carlos looks at like a sign with the staff board where it lists like all the staff down the side of it, and it's like a chart. I think it just kind of gives them what like their assignments are. But
Yeah.
on the bottom, there's
Yeah.
yeah, guess the Coconut Pete song based on a lyric, and in chalk we get 3 amigos took an undersea trip and were never seen again, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
And a musical sting kind of happens as he reads this.
Yeah.
When from behind him arose such a clatter, but it wasn't Santa Claus. It was some garbage cans that got knocked down. He was like, "Fucking monkeys."
Yeah. I was thinking like, oh, damn raccoons, but then it's like, oh wait, when we're on an island, they have monkeys.
Although they have raccoons as well, because later we get revealed that there's a raccoon that was menacing as well. So they have both.
Right.
Wow.
Carlos cleans up the garbage that was knocked down, and we see a knife approaching from behind him. But it's just you. She's like, "These knives are filthy. When are you gonna clean them?" That's when I determined she was in charge of the kitchen stuff.
And I was like, why the fuck are you holding it like that?
These are dirty, Carlos. What do you mean?
He's like, "I'll do it tomorrow."
Just like,
Manana. He's like, get out of my face.
So you walks away, and he gets up, and the garbage falls over again. So he turns around and cleans it up again, which I love because it's like this double subversion. Because then the killer comes up behind him
yep.
and kills
What
him.
would you do? Like, honestly, like, okay, you just picked up the garbage can, turn around, and knocked over again. Are you turning around, or are you just being like, I'm just gonna go forward? What would you do, honestly?
A good question. I might be like, fuck it, I'll get it later. But he didn't, and he paid for it.
I make it a rule not to go near piles of trash when it's pitch black out. As a general rule of thumb.
I feel like if you had it, you just hear you being like, Carlos, the trash! Come on! Like, you would just be there. Manana! Again, you'd just be like, no!
We already told her you were gonna wait on the knives. You might as well just, like,
Wait on the
flag on the
trash.
rest of your fucking job.
I wouldn't. I don't think I would turn back, because I'd be like, well, the fucking monkeys are gonna keep knocking it down all night.
Right, I'll deal with it tomorrow.
Yeah. We see Coconut Pete singing at a bonfire for the guests. Lars is singing with him. And
Ponytails, cocktails, 2 things that will always rock. I love it.
And a drunk girl requests Margaritaville.
Yeah.
Like, every,
Margaritaville!
everyone gets real quiet. Like, this is a known sore spot for Coconut Pete.
Yeah, he's like, what? And she's like, play Margaritaville, I love that song!
I think you're referring to my song, Pina Coladaberg. No Margaritaville!
And he launches into a big rant. He's like,
I love it.
oh my god, did you write it down? Because I did not.
The rant, though? Oh, well, he was just like, he's like, no, Pina Coladaberg. He's like, no, you're referring to my song, yeah, Pina Coladaberg. He's, what is it, like, the song that came out or something was like,
Yeah,
years
7
before
years.
Margaritaville, or before you were even like a gleam in your dad's eye, something like that. He's like, but you're too dumb to know that. He just whips into her. Hank's gotta scold him away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking good because it really.
The staff's like, ooh.
They're like, oh god, not again.
That's his fucking sore spot.
I love
They
that
all
they
know
put
it.
in there as well because, like, yeah, because for Jimmy Buffett, because everywhere he went, people would just say like Margaritaville, and he's like, oh, gosh.
That's why he just opened up a chain of restaurants. He's like, there's your fucking Margaritaville, now leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pina Colada is a good song.
We actually get to hear Pina Colada Berg, and it fucking slaps.
Yes.
Love it. I love the songs.
Lars approaches Jenny as she's drinking and kind of grabs her shoulder from behind, to which, of course, his reckless magic fingers, she moans and just spills drink out of her mouth just all down herself.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And he says, like, oh, I noticed how tight you were from, like, so far away. It's like some girls are just tighter than others. And he just spits his drink all over.
Funniest moments in the fucking movie. I love a spit take is good, but that close and I love that it doesn't like slow down their attraction, the romantic story at all.
Right.
Right. They, like, just two of the most negative Riz moments two people could have, and it does not matter.
Nope.
They are just down bad for each
Yeah.
other. And Lars is like, oh, I heard you have a show. And she's like, yeah, Amy Aerobics accidentally ate some rat poison. It's like, fucking hell.
Yeah, like learn that. Mm-hmm. Immediately sucks.
Yeah, there's so many good, like, red herrings in this movie about, like, who the killer could be, and suspicious shit. But we cut to Dave at the campfire telling a story about Machete Phil.
The hash slinging.
The hash slinging slasher.
Hash bringing, class singing.
The gist of the story is that Phil worked here about 15 years ago, was taken into the jungle by a hot chick, and she asked him about the island legends and the voodoo and all that shit, and he's just like, nah. So she takes him to the cemetery where it's pitch black, and he just starts banging away at her. And lightning lights up the graveyard. He sees that people, like the staff, is watching him, but he's banging a corpse. So, he does what anyone who commits a faux pas at work would do, is he goes and gets a machete, kills everybody, cuts off his dick, and runs into the jungle.
Like you.
I mean, would.
It's the only way you recover from something like that.
Yeah.
Some drunk dude at the bonfire is like, whoa, there's just like a dickless dude out there, man.
This strange dickless dude just running around out there. Yeah. And what does he whisper? What does he whisper?
It's my penis.
Dave's like, if you go into the jungle, sometimes you can still hear him. Where's my penis? Where's my penis? Where's my penis?
And then Putman stands up and is like, and that boy was me! And you can see that, like, he's tucked himself in. And then Dave is like, he stands up and you can see he's also tucked in. So it's like, way to go, Putman. You fucking stole his punchline.
Well, that moment, because I'm like, Putman was owed one, so, like, I'm glad he got that in.
Yeah.
For all the digs.
Yeah. As the night comes to a close, Coconut Pete's kind of saying, hey, can't find one of the dead people. Someone needs to run luau night.
I can't find Rolo, Stacy, or Kelly.
Oh, yeah, any of them. I can't find any of the three, yeah. I love that he's like, I can't find them. And they're like, well, they're probably just off, somewhere screwing in the jungle. He's like, well, I'm going to need someone to run, like, luau tomorrow night. And I'm like, I love that he's like, they're probably not going to come back at all.
Right. So I was like, oh, he needs someone to fill for Luau night. But not right now.
Yeah, I would be like, if they don't show up by like tomorrow evening, who can run Luau? But he's just already like, I already need somebody. He's already like, they ain't coming back tomorrow night. No cause of concern.
Well, yeah, you get the impression this is just a common occurrence that sometimes the staff just disappears to, like, fuck for a week.
This is what I'm saying. I went to the mausoleum and the cemetery because they needed to spice it up because I think they've just been everywhere on the island.
Right.
Yeah, it's just in the job description. Like, sometimes you got to step up when, you know, your coworkers go off for a bender. Like,
yeah.
You got to answer the call.
Dave offers, was he say like, oh yeah, you know, some like pineapple or something?
Oh, some pineapples will do like the most minimalist shit ever.
Yeah, and Coconut Pete's like, okay, anyway, Sam, can you do it?
Fucking fun police. He's like, Sam, you got this? He's like, fuck yeah. He's
right, he starts listing off like 8 things. He was ready for it.
Dave's like, okay.
Yeah, Dave is noticeably miffed.
Yeah, you get the feeling that this might happen a bit.
I mean, he's DJing drugs.
Yeah.
What did you think, sir?
Yeah. I mean, those are important jobs.
Hands down, but not responsible.
No. We kind of get a little montage of the next day, the staff doing their jobs, like the aerobics, the tennis, Lars looking way too happy to be giving someone a massage.
Yeah, he really likes it.
Yeah, he does.
Loves the art of his masseuse. Like, he loves the art of it, of his hands.
Yeah. Over the montage, this is where we hear Pina Colada Berg, and I want to carry over this song.
Right? Do it! If they have it.
If anyone's got it, I might.
It's so good.
Yeah. We see another, like, guess the lyric on a board. It's Bongo the Stone Crab was high as a kite till he fell and cracked his shell. Which, you know, that's what happened to Kelly at the beginning of the movie.
Well, that's what happened.
Kind of.
The next one, yeah.
I would say also though, it's about the next scene.
Yeah.
Next scene.
I know, but when I first saw it, I'm like, that's what happened to the girl, but...
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, when she fell, definitely cracked.
Yeah. It took me a minute to realize that they're playing IRL Pac-Man. Can you, like, walk us through the scene with the maze, dear?
Yeah.
I said, anyway. So yeah, alarm blaring, guests are running, but they're in a maze. So it's literally like Pac-Man with bikinis and alcohol. So, and honestly, this would be so much fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
These girls are chasing a guy, and they're playing the Pac-Man music, but he takes a shot of something at this like, post. So they change it to, like, in Pac-Man, when you get the power pellet, you can eat the ghost, and the girls take off their shirts and start running from him.
Yeah, bikinis now, and so he's gonna now catch that.
Yeah, and they've got, like, the fruit staff are dressed up as well, and, you know, just, like, all the food and everything. They've got the sound effects. It's so great. They cue the pretzel. Can't find the pretzel.
Pretzel, cue pretzel. So they both come down off the tower.
Yeah. They're like, okay, let's go find the fucking pretzel. So it's apparently Juan. They go into the shed, and he is fucking a watermelon slice.
A person in a costume.
Yeah.
To clarify.
Yeah, not just a slice.
We just want to make him
as a pretzel, and he is fucking somebody dressed as a watermelon slice.
I'm like, okay.
I think maybe it's just another part of the running theme of, like, this is the most unsexy way you can have sex with somebody.
Don't kink shame.
Dressed as a fruit. Not even like a sexy fruit. It's a watermelon triangle.
Don't yuck someone's yum.
It's not even one of the sexy fruits.
Fruities?
What is your list of sexy fruit? Should we delve into that?
No.
So, sexy fruit. I mean, like, the obvious ones are banana, of course.
Right. And, like, peach.
Oh no, I'm thinking, what's the movie? Call Me by Your Name. If you know, you know.
I've never seen it.
Don't worry about it, but if you know, you know.
So,
Just saying.
pretzel is preoccupied, watermelon is preoccupied, so they send in the pair. And as the pair is going into the maze, we see very clearly the hands of who is supposed to be the killer.
Yeah, first person shot.
Yes, putting on the pineapple. So the camera pans to the pair, and we get like a good jump scare. Pear is trapped now by the pineapple, and they show us like, yeah, no one's in the watchtower.
Because they
Yeah.
down, so again, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Pear kind of tries to run away, but he gets trapped in a corner, and the pineapple bursts through the bushes and just kills him.
Slash. Yep.
Slashes him with the machete. And Pear collapses dead, and we see just on the other side of the wall, people are still playing.
They're still running around. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Love that.
We cut to Jenny kind of just walking around, and she hears like a sword unsheathing in the bushes. So, like any dumb white person in a horror movie, she investigates.
You gotta.
hmm
Yeah.
It's in the rule book.
You gotta.
It's just Lars doing some sort of like sword dance.
Yeah, what did he call it?
Qigong.
Qigong. Okay, yeah, there you go. And then you're like, okay, so Lars is skilled with a blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then he starts naming off all these great philosophers, among them Coconut Pete.
Yes, he gets all these things. Like, he's done so much stuff in like different martial arts and different like ways of, transforming your body, your mind, and then he's like, who's a great philosophy? Coconut Pete.
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, and he's listing off all these different like martial arts and ways he hones his body. And some guy runs up to them. He's got a girl on his back, piggyback, and they're asking Lars to sign their asses.
Sign our asses.
Which, like, who the fuck is Lars? Why do you want him to sign your ass?
I think they're just trying to get as many signatures as
Yeah,
they can.
it's for the game because you see the others are part of the game too. Yeah, so
I missed that. Got it.
That's okay.
We kind of get just the weirdest flirting of all time because Lars is trying to demonstrate all these things he can do with his hands. To which he puts the woman to sleep with a touch
Yeah,
and then pokes the guy in the stomach and makes him piss himself.
yeah.
that's like as crude as it goes. I feel like that was the mark where it was like, okay, we're now have like the potty humor, but that's like,
Right.
yeah, like that's as crude to the point where you're like, oh gosh, we got like bowel humor.
Yeah. And then he
The guy like walks away and he's like, come on.
I know he's like, hop, hop. She just sleep.
she's out. She is out like a fucking light.
Yeah.
And then he does something to Jenny, calls it the Heaven's Point. He like pokes her upper lip, and she
Yep.
basically just like comes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just an orgasm on the spot.
yeah.
And again, it's just the weirdest fucking flirting with the two of them.
But like, it's the best. She's like, I might have to like take you with me. She's like, I don't think I'll fit in your luggage.
And I have that Carlos falls from a lookout tower, but Carlos already died. I think his name was Cliff.
No,
No,
it's Carlos is
it
one.
was.
Yeah, died by the trash cans. Yeah, but he's in the parasail thing or whatever. Yeah, the Yeah,
It carved into his chest. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
it was
Yeah,
from
he-
a boat, but he was let go from it. Yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, dead body kind of crashes in like from a lookout tower and interrupts their like romance.
Yes, and the boat is kind of still going. They're like, who's driving the boat? No one's fucking
There's
driving
no
the
one on the boat.
boat. Is unmanned, boat's rogue.
Yep.
We see Putman, he's trying to tell them about Cliff, and fucking, it's Dave and Sam, right?
No, it was
Yeah.
Juan and Dave.
Juan, Dave,
Juan.
yeah, there you go. They're like, follow the
The
banana.
banana. Follow the banana. Following. Yeah.
Like, he's literally trying to tell them someone's been murdered, and they're just like, anyway.
Follow the banana.
I thought the best part was that when they see what's been carved into Cliff's chest, we hear the Pac-Man game over noise.
But yeah, naughty Carlos, naughty Cliff. Yeah, carved into their chest. I love that. That's what I'm saying. Like, this movie's very gruesome and like bloody and like very horror for like it just supposed to be like a parody or a comedy. It's like very gruesome.
Yeah, yeah, they had like a really good mix of the humor and like the actual horror aspect of it.
Yeah. And
And then with like one of my favorite scenes. Not
Yeah.
that it's coming up. Yeah,
I just love that it takes about 5 dead people for the staff to finally realize, like, oh shit,
Well, the other three are
You
just
know.
fucking out in the jungle. They
Right.
don't know.
And Cliff's wearing the staff only sign, and it's like dead employees are crossed out in blood. So then it's like, shit.
Yeah. We we get the board right after the staff tell Pete about this.
Yeah.
When Sam kind of joins, and he's like, "Guys, look at the activity board," and that's when we see the names of like everyone who's died crossed out in blood.
Yeah. Now they know the three are dead, yeah.
Yeah, and we don't get a lyric. It just says, "Do your jobs and live."
Well,
Tell the
technically we
guests.
do. The bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because everyone's looking to find their own paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
that is part of the song.
Yeah.
And it's at this point in the movie, Nick looks at me and he asks me with his whole fucking chest, so which one's Bill Paxton? And I'm like, you fucking shitting me, right? So
No.
I told you it was Putman.
Yeah, you told me it was Putman.
So he
and
spent the whole rest of the movie thinking that Putman was Bill Paxton because I was like, I'm not fucking telling you. Are you kidding me?
I have a note for when we watch the credits that you lied to me.
Obviously it's Putman. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, how do you not know which was Bill Paxton anyway?
Like Putman and like Twister or something with the actual hands.
I remembered you telling me Bill Paxton was the lead in Twister, and I actually did kind of stop and think, like, I didn't remember that the lead character in Twister was black. Well, I mean, oh well. I guess I just really don't remember Twister.
Was an Indian man. The man. Oh, I was gonna say like I was a. What's funny is like Super Troopers. I don't know if you at all like remember in that movie because in Super Troopers they're trying to guess. The running theme is everyone's trying to guess what ethnicity he is, and they jokingly say a couple things, and he's like, "How would I know? Like I'm not that." Guess certain things, and he's no one gets that he's like Indian. It just no one ever.
I guess maybe it's because Putman has dreadlocks that, like, it threw me off that he was Indian.
It's like he can't be Indian. He's got dread.
Yeah.
Let's move on before I say something bad.
I was gonna say, let's put aside our.
It's a running theme, if anything. It's a running theme that the whole point is no one ever nails his ethnicity, and that's like the joke of it. It's okay. They made their own joke in Super Troopers about it.
So anyway, they decide, like, oh shit, we gotta get off the island, and then it's like, no phones, no radio access, all the boats are missing, and they're like, alright, we can't tell the guests.
Well, I love that. If you tell them there's a crazed maniac on the island, we're gonna have 100 crazed maniacs on the island.
Which is so true.
Fair.
It's not the worst. Yes.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I would want people to know, but then I'm like, yeah, later when you know, people find out and you're like, oh my gosh. Like, these people are young, drinking, crazy, having a good time. Yeah, I don't think I would have told them either.
Right, no, I don't think I would have. And then Putman says, he points out that Cliff was wearing a staff-only sign. So they come to the conclusion that the killer is only targeting the staff. Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw your note. We're introduced to Hank in this matter.
Like, officially, not just as, like, an off character. Yeah.
Right, because earlier he was just standing next to Pete.
Yeah.
But he is sitting, like, away from everyone, tells them, you're all being sissies.
Just says something about a pink panty party, and in my head I'm like, pink panty party.
There you go, there's your song.
Yeah, there we go. I don't know why. Anytime we do a movie with actual songs, I don't fucking sing.
You don't, but it's fine.
Find out Hank used to be a federal agent.
Yes. He's head of security for Pete, which seems like a step down from being in the FBI.
Well, if you're retired, what the fuck else are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Well, Pete might pay him real good.
Yeah. Or just gets paid in ladies. I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of wonder if Hank does get, like, laid ever. He's just always, like, yeah, like, watching out for Pete and I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Hank used to catch serial killers for the FBI, so my immediate thought was like, well, he's going to be the next person to die, because it's always the really competent person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Usually.
Yeah. Hank says they're going to catch this guy, they're gonna keep doing their jobs, and they'll lure him into a trap of some kind. And Juan's like, how are we supposed to do our jobs when someone is killing the dick?
Yeah, how are we supposed to?
I love that line, killing the deek out of everyone on the island. What is it? The other line. Was the wire chewed up? It sure as hell wasn't chewed up by no jungle rats. We have jungle rats? I love that whole scene.
It's so good.
Oh, Hank's like, take it easy there, menstrual cramp.
They're
I love the dialogue.
Yeah. We cut to a bonfire on the beach, but we see that the bonfires are SOS.
I love that because they're like, we're not gonna panic. We're gonna solve this. SOS.
Yeah.
Like,
And
No.
everyone's just dancing around it.
Yeah, no.
I just don't know.
none of the guests are like, they're probably like, that's funny. And they're just like, oh, no. That is that the killer isn't left-handed.
Yeah, this detail never comes up again.
Like what's I mean, like even when you learn who it is, but if you remember watching the killer at all in the movie, every time they're holding the damn knife, it's in their right hand. As soon as that detail came up, I was like, wait, I'm trying to think every time we ever see the killer approaching any of the people, and it's almost always, I believe it's always, like I'm trying to think of like the cliff, because the cliff thing is like it's so up close that it's slashed, but I'm pretty sure it's right-handed, and so I was like, how good is Hank actually at his job?
I think you're right. I'm trying to.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe this is kind of the first hint to the viewer, like, if you were paying attention, Hank's fucking stupid.
Exactly.
Maybe Hank lied on his resume.
Yeah, he really embellished his resume.
That, or I'm trying to think of the cliff kill so specifically, like maybe for that one kill, because they couldn't do it like this way, like right to left, so maybe because the angle they had to twist, and maybe it did go left to right, but because they had to slash out their arm. But it's such a detail, but I was like, wait a minute, it's always right. Sorry, that was like Hank's credentials.
Hank used to work for the same FBI that Sam and Dean work at.
So, at the party, Penelope, which is how I wrote her name now in the rest of my notes.
Yeah, you can't. Like, who the fuck is Penelope?
She never corrects him.
No.
She doesn't bother.
Yeah.
Penelope is mad at Juan. Yeah.
She's like, Penelope, and then Juan immediately, Penelope! He doesn't care.
It's her new pet name.
I love it.
She's kind of mad at Juan for fucking the watermelon, but
Yeah, word got around.
yeah. She made him a hat, and I don't know what you would call this hat.
It's
like a
like-
Robin Hood hat.
Yeah, she made it out of banana leaves. Oh, Mary, yeah, it's out of banana leaves, and she's just like, I made you something. And he's just, okay.
Oh my god, yeah, and she's like, let's go to the dark, secluded part of the beach, and he's
I
like,
know.
why? It's the same over there as it is over here.
If it wasn't a killer, I love that he'd be like down.
Yeah.
Then as soon as like she's acting very creepy, he looks
Yeah.
at the beach and the darkness. He's like, or.
Hear me out. We could stay where it's like very populated.
Yeah.
You're right.
Judo throws him. She flips him over and then starts making out with him. And at first I'm like, oh, he's into this. Because then he's like, yeah, let's go. But then when she gets up, he actually, like, this is kind of the smartest thing we see in the movie. He's like, I gotta make s'mores, sorry, bye.
He like backs up towards everyone on the beach.
He's just left
Oh,
stewing, looking angry AF, so.
yes.
Yeah. Hank is somewhere at the party. He tells Jenny to go check on you. So she does, and we see Putman is going through the DJ albums.
Which I was like, why the fuck?
What?
Yeah.
He hates him.
Where's
Why is
Dave?
he like, I'm gonna leave you at the booth.
Yeah, wait, where's Dave during the scene?
Right? Like he's not there. And I'm like, what? How the fuck did
This
Putman
is
work
why-
himself that close to the booth? Like,
This is why he can't be offended that nobody takes him seriously. He has literally DJ and drugs. He's not even doing DJ now. Where the fuck is he? He's on drugs right now, so he's probably literally like doing drug duty.
Putman pulls a Coconut Pete album where we see that Pete wrote a little message to David.
His formal name.
Good use his government name.
David. No, it says, sorry about your parents, wish I could have done more. Which probably was meant to be really heartfelt. But it just was like, man, I'm sorry about that. Wish I could have done more anyway.
Well, I love that, like, the vinyl album that it's on is him hooking a girl's bikini bottom with a fishing line. So, you know.
Yeah.
Putman reads this and he's very concerned, like he's found such a big clue.
And there's a article clipping, and it doesn't show us what it is at that moment, but we do find out later.
Yeah.
So then we are reconnected with you, and she wants to tell the guest. This was specifically what the killer told them not to do.
Right.
So now...
You were supposed to be like such like this person, and then literally they're like, they're only targeting staff, and she's like, we have to tell everyone. I'm like, but she's only targeting, but they're only targeting staff. Like, why?
Right. Don't do that. So she's running through the woods, like she's running, and the killer is walking behind her. She gets to the beach, and Hank finds her, and he says like the most ridiculous tough guy line ever.
There's always one fuckhead who wants to shit in the apple pie. Well, this apple pie knows how to shit back.
Well, this is also the guy that said, when I see him, I'm gonna be there with my whomping stick.
I think he does have a stick, too.
He does. He does have a fucking whopping stick.
But, so after Hank drops this, I'm sure what he thinks, very badass line about how he's gonna shit back, Killer just one-shots him.
Yeah.
Swings his blade, and Hank is dead.
He's dead. He's fucking dead. And, like, Yu takes off running again, and,
It's one of the funniest scenes in the fucking movie.
Yes.
one of the funniest fucking scenes. She fucking hops in this golf cart, and she's, like, fumbling with the keys. So you think, oh my god, she's gonna get killed because she can't get the key in there, like, in the ignition. No, she gets the key in there, she fucking pedal to the metal. This golf cart tops out at 2 miles an hour.
The killer's walking alongside her, and she just screams.
Red cuts, but
Just, yeah, the panning of just the body of the killer walking right next to her, and you see, like, the chin of them just, like, staring at her, and it's just such a funny scene.
oh my god.
It's great.
It's so good.
Just get out and run, girl.
Jenny hears a boat engine, and she's like, the fuck is that?
Now this I
Look
consider
outside,
the
like,
smartest thing you could do on this island as well, which she does here.
right, like outside, and just fucking like leaves her goddamn door open. There's a killer on the loose, Jennifer. Like,
But-
she hears some twigs snapping, and she does go right back inside and lock the door, which is...
And shuts her blinds and immediately is like, nope. And so I'm
Yeah.
like, well, hearing the boat there, because the whole thing is that they're trapped in the island because all the boats were taken. So she hears it. So she's like, am I hearing that? I'd be wondering if I was hearing the boat too. So I could be like, there is a boat around, or did someone go for help? That's what I would probably step out and be like. But then as soon as I heard twigs, I love that she ran back in, lock,
Yeah.
blind. It's like, smart.
Yeah, it's again one of
she
those...
didn't investigate this time.
Yeah.
Don't white girl too hard.
Well, now that she knows there's a killer, she actually did something kind of smart. So the next morning, she tells everybody, hey, I heard a boat. And Lars tells everyone he figured out where the line from the board about everyone looking for paradise comes from.
Yeah.
It is from one of Coconut Pete's songs from the album Sea Shanties and Wet Panties.
Panties, yes. Also, I love when they're discussing who the killer is, and
Yes.
they're all in that line, and they're just doing the crab dance. They're like, "Who do you think?" I heard a boat last night. They're like, "Da da 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 da." Salute. They're just like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The fucking crab.
Which-
line dancing for this conversation.
a bunch of guys, and they're like doing the crab, chuck it away, salute. They're just doing the crab dance. Sorry. Punch. And I love that they're discussing that in the middle of this, and they're like, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
go. Sorry, continue.
No, you're fine. Lars is like, yeah, these are lyrics from Coconut Pete's songs. He's like, my songs? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
So they listen to the song, which is named Naughty Cal, and it's like the biggest drug song ever. It's nonsensical.
Yep.
Coconut Pete does not remember the entire album because it
Let
came
alone the
out.
song, yeah.
because it came out in '78, and he's like, that year was just a blur. I was
Yeah.
on so many drugs.
And
Yep.
then fucking Putman, I love like this whole thing with him because he's like, what's this song about?
What's the
What's
significance?
Coconut Peach is like, I don't fucking know. It's a sea sheet.
He's like, people got high, they went to look for treasure, died along the way. Like, it's just, I don't know.
No meaning. He is vibes only.
Yeah, Naughty Cal is an underwater cowboy looking for Atlantis or some shit.
Yeah,
They're like, anyway, let's listen to the next line. Let's see what happens.
maybe we play it backwards. La 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 la.
Jenny, yeah, Jenny makes the complaint that their lives depend on interpreting the dumbest fucking song she's ever heard. To which Pete, who doesn't remember this song, Pete takes great offense, like, I won 5 fucking gold records, Jenny. How many have you won?
Jenny's like, put it all back.
He got so defensive, I love it.
And then when you think the scene can't get any fucking funnier,
Oh my gosh, this moment, yes.
Juan bursts into the room and he's like, you and Hank are dead.
Why? What did we do?
And he's like, no, you and Hank are dead.
And Coconut Pete's like, are you threatening me?
There's a few
Like, come on.
Juan's got to show them because the communication error.
You and Hank are dead. It's such a good moment. Why?
Hank is buried up to his chest in the sand with the message, let this be you.
Why you?
And with her arm sticking up out of the sand behind him.
Yeah.
So they are really trying hard to keep the week going for the guests. Jenny's like, why are we doing a fashion show? And Pete's like, because it's goddamn Fashion Show Wednesday, Jenny. Look what happened to you when she didn't do her job.
Right. Chris goes out on stage and Sam starts trying to kind of like basically cast doubt on him, besmirch his good name.
Yeah, this turns into a game of Among Us because everyone's trying to like be like, well, everyone started dying when Lars showed up. No one's died before he came here.
Right.
Yup. And then they're like, this am I the only one that thinks Putman's hair looks like an octopus?
Dave's like, yeah, he's got dreads, octopus, and they're all like,
Just like in the song.
yeah, Jenny's like, Dave, go play with the curtains.
Because yeah, he's just behind them smelling the curtains. Oh, but yeah, the next line in the song was something about like a scary octopus.
Yeah.
And so now they're kind of trying to think like, is there anything to do with an octopus with the next death? Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I knew like where Dave was going. I'm like, shut up,
Yeah.
Jenny. Like, that's actually a good theory. Like,
Moving his head on stage, and I was like, it does kind of look like an octopus. He could be the next victim. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so after Fashion Show Wednesday,
I bought one of those ponchos. It was only $20. I would have bought it.
basically they kind of start trying to think of things to do. Putman's like, Jenny, why don't you and I go look for the boats? And Jenny's like, I'm not going anywhere alone with someone, so Lars volunteers to go with Putman to look for boats.
Why don't you and I?
yeah. Putman's like,
You'll kill me like a bloody shish kebab.
yeah. So Putman is taking a machete.
Wait, a machete. He's like, "There's all I need are my hands." And Putman's like, "Screw that! I'm taking a machete." I like love that.
Lars has his fingers, I guess, and then we cut to this like ridiculous scene of Coconut Pete trying to teach some of the staff how to cook because you and Kelly can't do it. And he's like, I'm making Coconut Pete's paella. He's like, guess what the secret ingredient is?
The staff are just
Fucking staring at him for like
Coconut Pete.
and like as he's losing his fucking mind,
Yeah, he has a
Juan
fucking
is like,
meltdown. Yeah.
yeah, Juan's like, look at this. You think he can be the killer?
I love this scene. 'Cause I was like, he was giving me like Mugatu and Zoolander, just like have like meltdown in the kitchen. But I love him just chopping stuff.
Yeah.
As Juan and Jenny are watching this unfold, and Coconut Pete like throws a coconut at the wall because he's having a meltdown.
Love it.
Penelope approaches and offers Juan some calamari. Where did she get calamari?
Yeah, this whole plate of octopus. Who caught this and cut this up for them on the island? Honestly, because no one's working.
Right.
Yeah, but she offers the calamari to Juan because it's an aphrodisiac.
It's like, no thanks, I'm full.
And she just shoves it.
Yeah.
No.
But anyway, Jenny and Dave and Sam kind of send Juan with her because they think she might be the killer.
Yeah.
So Juan is in Penelope's cabana,
Yes.
while Jenny, Dave, and Sam are in the closet with and it's like a slat so they can see through.
Yeah.
As Penelope basically wants to seduce Juan.
And I love this too because, like, in a lot of slasher movies, it's usually like the killer is waiting in that type of closet.
Yes.
So, like, I like this little switcheroo.
I love it. And I love like the Halloween reference of it all, of it just being like the slatted thing. Because even like the pineapple, when he like put that on in the maze, it's very Halloween, the beginning of the movie.
Yes.
Like it's very that coded. So I'm like, I love these like little slasher tropes within it.
Yeah. Penelope tells Juan that she has not been completely honest with him as she takes her titties out. And she starts doing some flips around the room like you do.
I'm like, what the fuck are you, a praying mantis woman?
I love that.
But no, she holds up a framed picture of herself with a gold medal.
Why are you carrying that around?
Yes, as she's trying to get away from that.
Yeah.
I know. She's like, but I'm gonna bring a picture just in case I must explain myself for some reason.
Yeah.
Right.
She is I guess, Olympic gymnast or some shit.
Yeah.
She never gets to have fun. She's worried her coach would hunt her down and kill her like a lunatic. Which Juan doesn't hear that part. He's like, oh, you're a gymnast. Let's get it on. And they do.
She's a gymnast.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that. It's like he can hunt me down. Wait. You are a gymnast?
Yeah.
So,
So, like, Jenny and Sam and Dave come out of the closet. We just see, like, Dave at the end of the bed, like, want me to tag in.
Yeah, you want me to be a third? And he's got like a ring pop in his mouth.
Because he was in the closet and he wouldn't shut the fuck up, so Sam gave him that to suck on.
yeah.
Love it.
Baby.
So, after what we assume is round one for
Yeah.
Juan and Penelope, she goes to the bathroom, and Sam and Jenny kind of complain at him, like, great, now we just have to watch you fuck. And then we don't know who the killer is.
Right, he's like, I'm gonna need time to pump her.
For more information. And what would you like to get if you came in here and I went out and had sex with Jenny? He's like, that's a great idea. Closes them up, yep.
Yeah. We jump to Lars and Putman on the beach because they are, still doing stuff.
They've stopped to make camp for the
Yeah,
night.
to make camp. And Min's like, what are your intentions? And so then, Lars is like, giving him that whole, like, well, if you love something, and Putman's like, fuck off.
Yeah, he's like, love it.
A bloody Hallmark card.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he's like, there's an old ancient saying. It's like, no.
Oh, and then Putman has this, like, bag that he just takes out so dramatically, and this, like, it sets it up so good to be like, oh my god, he's gonna kill Lars. He fucking, like, flings it out and just puts it on.
Over his dreads.
Yeah, he's protecting his hair from the sand.
Yeah, oh, that was so good. And then we see the article again, and the headline is Sister and Brother-in-Law of Coconut Pete, which is like, he has a last name, okay.
Well, yeah, Coconut Pete's not his legal name.
What? Information.
Well, yes, Dave's parents were trampled to death.
At a Coconut Pete concert, no less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you pause and read the article, it says that the late start to the concert and, like, the overzealous security,
Yeah.
like, the fans rioted.
Yeah, so Putman basically has this tucked away as his smoking gun.
Yes.
Mm.
He thinks it's Dave. Meanwhile, Sam and Dave are in Lars's cabana searching his things because they suspect him. They see Lars's swords and they think, of course, aha, must be him. And then they go into Lars's closet with a whole coconut Pete shrine.
Yes.
He is a Loomy fan.
Forget about
there was-
the actual pictures on top of women.
Yeah, like that thing that you maybe did when you were like 10.
Yo, NSYNC and me were close. You should have seen my head on top of them.
It very much gives the like Arnold shrine that Helga had in Hey Arnold.
Yes, yes.
It's just it's missing like the idol constructed of his junk, but that's like his trash. But that's about it.
Oh my god.
Putman kind of wakes up on the beach to see Lars is gone, and he sees the killer approaching, so he runs off into the jungle, only to get tackled by Dave.
Yeah, Dave is. The hood comes back and it's Dave.
But no, Dave gets stabbed and is dragged off of him by the killer, who gets on top of Putman and starts strangling him. And the killer unmasks, and it's Putman. Putman is staring at Putman. And I thought this was like a weird, like, maybe he has a split personality, and killer.
You didn't immediately think, oh, he's dreaming?
Well, I did after a second, because then Putman says, "Give us a kiss then." And I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is a dream.
But when he's like, advantage, Putman. Like, what? What's with the tennis reference? I know, like, that's his whole thing, is he does, like, tennis, but just advantage, Putman, and he kisses himself.
But we see Lars shaking Putman awake
Yeah,
on the
like,
beach.
It's just a dream, it's just a dream.
But Putman screams and runs off into the jungle.
Yeah.
Which means Lars returns the next day to the group with a boat,
But no Putman.
but no Putman, and the propeller's broken. So everyone's immediately suspicious, like, well, you killed Putman, and you returned with this boat and broken
You say
propeller.
everyone. It's literally mostly just Sam.
Mostly
because
Sam and Dave.
One's like, you're not the real police, you're the fun police. He's
Yeah.
like, just because you have fancy little plastic badge doesn't mean
Right.
you're the law.
Yeah. We
Lars is like, no, I only touch people to make them feel good.
Yes.
Jenny tries real hard to defuse the situation. We learn that the ferry comes tomorrow to get all the guests, and then if they can just live one more day, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But Sam's not laying off, so Lars gets the "fuck off, fun pig. You want to fun arrest me? Get a fun fucking warrant."
Until then, stay out of my fun fucking face.
He just goes off, yeah. It's so good.
It's like, whoa, Lars.
He went nuts like Pete did.
Yeah.
He's like, calm, and you're like, what?
Yeah, so they lock Lars in the room.
In a drunk tank.
Yeah, just basically where they put the guests when they're too belligerent.
He freaks out, and when they're putting him in, he's like, guys, come on. They're like, you just went off.
Right.
He's like, we can all be cool about this. We can be cool. They're like, nah.
What is he saying? Oh,
Go ahead.
he's like, have you heard the expression sitting duck? No, close the door.
We get this really great scene that night where Jenny comes up to the pool while a bunch of people are around, and she asks, like, "Hey, are you guys gonna hang around for a while?" They're like, "Oh yeah, of course, don't worry about it."
We just got started.
Yeah. So she dives into the water. While she's underwater, some naked dude runs up to the pool and is like, "Free drinks to whoever can catch me."
Yeah.
Everyone leaves the pool and faces it.
Immediate.
I mean,
Yeah.
so when Jenny surfaces, she looks around and she's all alone.
Except for...
Yeah, someone jumps in the pool after her and she freaks out, but it's just Dirk, who I guess is that young guy who was making fun
Yeah,
of
the
Putnam.
one who looks like he's not old enough to drink.
The minor, yeah. Cut this minor off.
And he's like, oh my god, something's in here. Something's swimming around. Wait, it's just my gigantic cock.
Fucking love.
Yeah, just trying to rizz up Jenny.
Just love it.
Which is like, you're not really proving anything wrong about, like, not being old enough to be here, because, like, who says that?
Jenny screams and points, though, because behind Dirk is the killer holding a TV that's playing Amy aerobics over his...
Yeah, the time period, this is a fatback TV. This is one of those actual ones that you don't want to throw in the water.
Right, this is not
Love
your,
it.
like, 32-inch smart LG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fatback.
So she scrambles out of the pool.
Dirk's like, oh, hell yeah, this is what I call
It's a service!
Jenny gets out of the pool just in time as the killer throws the TV in, which zaps the pool. Dirk dies.
I love that the killer saw Jenny get out and knew that he wasn't going to be killing one of the staff members and was like, fuck this guy.
He's like, this guy fucking sucks.
Still hated him enough to be like, he needs to go.
Jenny takes off running, and she runs headlong into Putman, who says,
The quickness!
I
Sorry,
assume every other man on the island is dead.
Love that line.
Oh my god. They go to get Lars. Lars is gone. He's
Lars
not in the room.
yeah.
The room that was still locked. It's not like
Only
he
a
broke
little
out
window.
of there. And they're like, how the fuck did he get out of here?
The only way out is like this, what looks like a laundry chute, but it's too small for anybody to fit through.
Yeah, it's like a very
Tiny
small
bitty window.
Yeah,
Yep.
especially Lars, who's a bigger dude.
Yeah.
They say as much. They're like, he's far too big to fit through that.
It's not too large.
So they go to find Pete because they're, he's like, oh, we gotta get the keys to the generator. Pete's got the keys.
Yeah, because when the TV went in the water, all the electricity in the resort died.
Yeah, it was all banking on that TV.
Low cooling TV.
That swimming pool connected to every outlet on that. Love that.
So there's some rattling at the door when they get to Pete's, and then one pops out from behind one of the rooms. He's like, is someone gonna get the fucking door?
It's the biggest jump scare. Is anyone gonna get the fucking door?
Yeah. And it's Dave, and he's just like fucking got his headphones in. He's like, hey man, I think there's a problem with the lights.
And he's waving a flashlight around like he's on a rave.
Yeah, he's just having a fucking good time.
The best, yeah.
He's
constantly- He's
He's
constantly like popping the little pills in his little jar that he has like on his necklace, so he's just constantly drugged up.
Yeah.
They go into Pete's office, and Sam finds a letter about Juan having used to been in prison. Yeah, so they start grilling Juan about like, oh, you used to be in prison. What did you do?
He's like, leave me alone.
Juan, he hits a tripwire, which sets off this lever and pulley system, where Coconut Pete, who has been hung to death, his body swings through the office window like a wrecking ball, so that they... Yes, Coconut Pete's dead body wrecking balls in through the office window, and everyone's like, oh, no! And they think Juan did it. That's when Juan explains,
Yeah.
no,
And he's like,
up.
yeah. He's like, I fucked it
He's
up.
like, I did something really fucked up, but it wasn't that.
Yeah, but I did not do that. And then fly.
Putman is like, alright, I'm gonna pull out my smoking gun. And he's like, it was Dave! He did it to get back at Coconut Pete about killing Dave's parents! And Jenny's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Everybody knew that!
I love that Putman's supposed to be like, I genuinely am an upstanding man, and then he's like the only one who didn't fucking know his coworker's parents died.
They're like, wow, what a fucking asshole, Putman.
But I love that too, because it's like, well, yeah, we as the audience are learning that, but these people probably have worked together for years.
Yeah.
Of course you know how Dave's parents died.
Oh, yeah, and then Dave
Dave
is
knows
like, you guys all knew him as Coconut Pete. I knew him as Uncle Petey. They didn't know all these things about him, like he was uncircumcised and smelled of oranges. I was like, okay, but Dave, that's also a really fucking weird thing to know about your uncle.
Yeah.
I love he smelled oranges, though. Like, see? We're all assuming he just smelled like weed and booze, and apparently he smelled like fucking citrus. So, what did we know?
Lars bursts into the room, sees Pete's dead body, and just sobs. He's a mess. But
Sam's just like,
yeah, Sam thinks it's a performance, but everyone just starts fighting and accusing each other. And Jenny, the voice of reason, comes up with an actually pretty good horror movie solution of, let's just all stay together in one room, and we'll make it till morning.
to which they immediately split.
Yeah,
I love that moment because it zooms in on them all outside with the torches and the music is triumphant dawn, like they're gonna face it together, and then they're like, fuck this!
yeah. Sam ruins it first because he says, no, I don't trust Lars, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And Dave doesn't have a good reason to leave.
Dave is just Dave.
Runs off into the night.
Right.
He's almost like, and he just happily runs off all drugged up.
Yeah.
Where he gets to his room and we find out, like, oh, Dave's got power.
Yeah.
He has a generator. So the generator that's supposed to be for the resort, it's just hooked up to his room for his fucking shit.
Yeah. Juan says he's gonna find Penelope, so it leaves Lars and Jenny alone. But yeah, we cut to Dave, who hooks up a generator, turns on the power in his room, and starts having his own party. He starts playing music.
Rave for one.
Yep.
And then Jenny and Lars hear the music. Because it's not fucking quiet.
They're looking for Lars's swords to defend themselves, but
Yeah, Lars is like, shut up, and Jenny's like, I will not shut up. Okay, there is like a, do you hear music? That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So they leave, and in the time that the music started and they find Dave, Dave has been decapitated. His head is on the turntable.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite, like, deaths, just to, like, because the Naughty Cal song is playing on the vinyl, and it's just bloodied, and I'm like, I love that, like, the visual of it. I love it. It's pretty well done.
And, like, the slowness of, like, the all gonna die playing.
So, Jenny and Lars go to Jenny's cabana, where she notes the lock has been broken somehow, and they hear someone coming. Lars says, get under the bed, and Jenny's like, you'll never fit.
Right? Like, wow. Fucking bitch.
Jenny gets under the bed, and Lars lays down and starts doing this creepy-ass chant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's like, Slim, he flips, he's under the bed, and she's like, Jenny just is saying all the fucking right things. She's like, why don't you just do that all the time? Wow, Jenny.
Yeah.
He's like, is that a fat joke? I, like, love that, though. Damn, Jenny.
Yeah. So she fat shames him, and then he pulls out all of her, like, kinky shit.
Kinky? Yeah.
He's got, like, a feather
Yeah.
and some handcuffs, and he's like, what the hell, Jenny? And it's like, so she's gonna fat shame, he's gonna kink shame.
Kink shame. We love a toxic couple, but together. If they're both like that, it's perfect.
Right, right.
Verbal abuse freak, okay? Listen, I'm here for it.
Right. So someone comes into her room and they tie them to the bed using the handcuffs. So like one on the bed, one on the leg.
Yeah,
and
the
they
ankle.
so then they roll out from under the bed and it's Putman. And he's like, "Oh, I was coming to investigate." He's got her underwear in his pocket.
So they argue about it until everyone looks out the open door and sees the killer.
Yeah.
So Putman's like, the key! Free me! And
She's like, "I don't know where it is."
and we get I think this is the line of the movie. It's, you've manacled me to my deathbed, you Piccadilly whore.
I love that fucking line. The way he says it though, like, you picking a little hole. It's just so fast.
Yeah, it's Putman saying it. Like,
What makes that line better, I was like, we like gloss past this, but one of my favorites is back when we find Coconut Pete's body, and they're like, man, everyone you slept with is dead, and she's like, I slept with Juan and Pete before we saw Pete's body. She's like, none of them are dead. And Putman's like, geez, Jenny, am I the only one? Poor Putman, this whole movie.
yeah. So we get the Piccadilly whore line, and then he's like, "I could never stay mad at you."
As his death is approaching, he's
Yeah.
trapped. So he tells them, get me the tennis racket and tennis ball.
Yeah.
Like fucking Shaun of the Dead-esque scene. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, Putman starts hitting tennis balls at the killer, and he's accurate as hell. Each tennis
the
ball is
reason
hitting.
he's the tennis.
Yeah, every shot's landing, but they're tennis balls. They're not doing anything.
Right.
Yeah.
One hits the killer's like junk, and he's like, "Machete Phil."
Because it makes a no clink. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Jetty Phil.
And then we get Lars and Jenny. They run into the bathroom. They're hiding in the shower, and Putman's like, "It's you! I knew it was you!" Of course, not saying who the fuck it is.
They never do. Never do.
No. We hear Putman's death, and it's very exaggerated. There's multiple slash sounds and multiple...
Oh.
A crime of passion.
Literally.
Very drawn out death scene for Putman. Jenny and Lars stay silent, and we see the point of view shot of the killer go into the bathroom, but he sees the window is open, so he thinks that they've left.
Yeah. Because he
So
hears the
Jenny and
monkey
Lars-
rattling stuff outside. Once again, the monkeys are just always around.
Monkeys are unpaid actors.
So after a few seconds of silence, a bloody sheet or towel
It's the towel, because
It's
it was
the towel.
hanging over the curtain rod clean. He takes it, or they take it, and then it's flipped over with blood.
It lands on Lars, and he's now covered in blood as the killer leaves.
Yeah.
Gosh, like that would be just freshly warm blood right on you. And I'm like, oh,
That would have been the point where I would have honestly been murdered, because I would have screamed. I would have lost my fucking
Lex immediately
shit.
goes to, like, take it off, and Jenny has to, like, hold his hands, like, bear it for, like, 2 seconds more until the killer's actually gone.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, and he's like,
Please.
so please.
So-
So Lars and Jenny leave, and they find that the guests are in like the dance
Yeah,
hall.
they're just partying.
They threw a party of their own accord. There's
That's
no
what I'm
staff.
saying, this scene kills me because there's no staff to run this, so I'm just like, so the guests are running their own club night because, like, there's no staff.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know what the fuck these guys are doing, but we're just gonna get our party on.
Yeah. Well, no one's probably manning the bar, so they've probably just been stealing alcohol.
Right.
That's what I mean. They're just all doing this all their own accord. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like the killer probably got the power back on though, because to be fair, that's like because they set everything like it's like the perfect place, so they probably started the power up there somehow. But then yeah, like they're all just staffing themselves.
Yeah.
Right. Like, Lars walks in, and he's still, I mean, basically covered in blood. Nobody fucking, like, says anything to him.
Nope.
And then the
Thanks.
Oh.
the shooter slide is now blood.
Yeah.
Our two great Beavis and Butthead guys.
Yeah.
And we see the lights have come on now as Juan approaches, and Juan and Lars are both like, "You're covered in blood. No, you're covered in blood." And the lights come on, and the guests see that like the dead bodies of the staff are hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's where the blood on the ice luge came from.
Yeah.
So they all, like, the guests lose their collective shit, and they're like, oh my god, balls to the walls now. Like,
The one guy, yeah, he screams like, "We're all gonna die!"
yeah.
Scatter.
Yep.
Penelope finds Juan and starts sticking with the group, and as Lars and Juan are kind of suspicious of each other, we hear yelling and screaming, and we see Sam in a window of the mud bath pounding on the windows.
Yeah. With his hands are bloodied.
Yeah, it's all bloody, yeah.
Yeah.
So they all go to the mud baths to look for him, and we get a very I love this scene. I think it was very well done. There's 3 mud baths. Lars, so they think, well, Sam's in one of them. So
Yeah.
Lars reaches into the first, no one's there. So he goes to the second and pulls out Sam, and like Sam, he thinks Sam is dead. Everyone's like upset. I think Juan had one of Lars's swords
Yeah.
because
Or the machete or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they throw Lars the sword. He stabs it into the third mud bath because he's like, well, the killer must be in here.
Right. Nobody left the room.
Yeah, but it's empty, and Lars kind of realizes what's happening right before it does, and he tells everyone to run, but it's too late. Sam opens his eyes. He has a machete. He has it to Lars's throat, and he's like, "Ah, it was me, Batman." I don't know.
His voice, yeah, like his voice like drops into the most like meh.
Right. It is like such a switch. You're like, oh, fucking creepy.
No
Yep.
one suspects the fun police.
Right. But no, he's like, did you know I can hold my breath for 3 minutes and 33 seconds?
He's so excited now.
That's what I was gonna say, like, that would legit be our kids at the pool. Like, oh my god, did you see how long I held my breath for?
Juan says the most important detail that everyone's thinking. It's like, I knew you didn't have a dick.
Well, no, because Sam's like, nobody suspects the fun police, and Juan's like, bullshit, I suspected you the whole time.
But yeah, and he's just like, what do you pee out of your asshole? He's like, I have a dick.
Yeah.
Sam first gives his motive that, like, Rollo took his weed,
Yeah.
and then he found Rollo smoking weed with Kelly and Stacy, so he killed them. But then
Like,
Sam himself is like, wait, no, that's not right.
Although it was incredibly uncool.
Sam mixed up his own fucking motive.
I love that for him.
So what's his real motive here?
He's like, I found out Pete was giving the island to Dave. Sam's like, I got you all to do your jobs, didn't I? Pretty good with your engineering skills, don't you think?
I love it. Although I gotta say, I agree though. If I literally found out, I get that that's his nephew, but come on, Pete didn't trust Dave to take care of shit, and yeah, I'm like, you're giving all of this to fucking Dave.
Right, it's like, you know, thinking about it, like, Sam definitely was the better pick, but like, murder.
I mean, we established in the Machete Phil story. Come on, you know, if your staff do something mean to you, you gotta cut them all up. You gotta be done with it.
Yeah.
And he takes credit for setting up the Naughty Cal song for everyone to figure out. At this point, Lars manages to grab Sam's wrist and make him start just orgasming profusely so everyone can escape.
Yep.
And Jenny's like, well, do the thing where you make him sleep like you did to that girl. Lars is like, I can't reach, just go. He'll orgasm for another few minutes. Go, run.
Yeah.
The
Fun
face.
salutes and they leave.
As Juan and Penelope and Jenny flee, Sam has escaped and is kind of chasing them down on foot with the very determined. He's not running, but he's got like that serial killer walk.
Oh, yeah.
You never run, only walk.
Yes. Jenny and Juan get separated from Penelope because a scared guest just grabs Penelope and hauls her away.
Yep.
I think, yeah, they're kind of just, like, lost it, so they just see her, and they're like, ah!
Is it a random guess, or was it one of the Beavis and Butthead guys?
I don't
think
know.
it might have been one of the guys.
Yeah, they just pick her up and take her over their shoulder, and they're just like, yeah. Yeah.
So,
But in the time that happened, the staff is locked themselves in the dance hall, and Penelope is underwater, like in the tank thing, and it's like, they
the hot tub outside, yeah.
2 fucking milliseconds they were away from her.
and the hot tub has a window into the dance floor.
Yeah, looking into it.
So Sam is holding her underwater so they can watch him drown her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To which Juan grabs a fire axe and breaks the glass so that the hot tub spills into the dance floor.
Yeah.
Knowing how easy it is to break that.
Right.
That doesn't seem very safe.
No, that doesn't seem like the water-safe glass if he can just break it with a couple axes.
That was coming one way or another.
Yeah.
So now you have Juan and Sam laying on the ground, and Jenny, like, tries to save Juan by dragging him away, but she fucking falls to the ground. Like, she's just a lady.
So of like a fucking bug at that point, just.
Yeah. And you gotta assume, like, all the water hitting Juan kind of knocked the wind out of him because he's paralyzed.
Yeah, it was like the right up front, yeah.
Yeah.
Sam sits up like he's the Undertaker or Kane back, like...
I love that moment because it's very, what is it, Michael Myers and Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah. To the closet scene, yeah, he just like rises, yeah.
So he grabs the fire axe that no one else thought, like, let's get this away from Sam. He grabs it, but as he goes to kill Juan or Jenny, he's stabbed through the back by Lars with the machete.
Says the fun is done.
Oh my gosh, I love that he says that. The fun is done.
And what's great is that we hear the Naughty Cal song over the credits. That's also a lyric in Naughty Cal.
Yeah.
The fun is
The
done.
fun is done. Yep. And I'm like, I like love this. It's so cohesive.
Right.
So Lars and Juan and Jenny and Penelope leave the dance floor. The guests are now partying.
Yeah, they're fucking feral. They just think they're gonna die, so they're gonna go out party.
So, if you look in the background, someone dressed in the pretzel costume is once again fucking someone dressed as the watermelon.
Yeah.
And they reverse. I'm like, oh, we love a verse couple. Because they do both. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, they don't fucking care anymore. They're gonna go out on a high note.
So they're like running and like scattering, but yeah, they're literally all just having the funnest freak out.
Yeah.
So why not?
But Sam is now out. He's gotten up. He's walking towards them.
Yep, killers don't die easily.
Yes.
So yeah, they all go running through the jungle. Juan basically says like they're gonna have to cliff jump into the ocean to escape Sam. Sam's like shouting, "I'm coming," which is like that's courteous to let them know you're on their
How close you're. Yeah.
Juan gives this really weird, like, when you jump,
Oh, yeah.
keep your legs together and clench your ass cheeks, or water will rush up your butt and paralyze your intestine. To which I actually thought, is that a real thing?
I don't know, but I remember watching this movie, and I still hold that as personal knowledge. If I have to ever jump into the ocean from that height, I've got to clench my fucking ass.
Clenching. When I watched that scene in It where they jumped off, I was like, hope they're clenched. like, still, yeah. I still.
That kind of thing just stays with you.
Yeah.
The last one to jump in is Lars, and the camera follows him underwater, and he sees that Sam sunk the other boat. There were 2 speedboats, and one of them is now at the bottom of this cliff.
Yeah.
So when he surfaces, Juan says, "Oh, I saw it too." Lars says, "Well, can you go down and get the propeller? We'll put it on the other boat. We can get out of here." We follow Juan underwater, and we see something go into the water after him.
It's
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Lars and Penelope and Jenny are on the boat, and it's by like a dock raft.
Yes.
Trying to get ready. Juan emerges from the water with the propeller. They take it from him. They're like, "Oh, are you okay?" He's like, I'm okay. They try to pull him out the water. He's not okay. He's got a giant gash.
Yeah.
His like
It's
insides
past, yeah.
are-
Yeah, he's like, "You should see the other hombre."
And he has like the best dying scene.
Yeah. He's like, "I can't remember or think of a more beautiful way to go." And he tells Penelope that he loves her, and then he's like, "Maybe before I go, just one kiss." And you think like, "Oh, it's gonna be between like him and Penelope," and it's like, no, he wants Jenny and Penelope to kiss. And he's like, "I always wanted to see that," and then he just sinks.
Just, yeah, dies. He just sinks.
Oh my gosh! And
Just
then
take it forever.
like,
It's so good.
yeah, Sam pops out of the water and he strangles Penelope, and he's like trying to choke Lars with the rope. He just won't die.
No,
Yeah.
and we get more of it. Finally, the combined efforts of Jenny and Penelope and Lars, they manage to kick Sam off the boat,
Yes.
and Sam is now tangled up in the rope. So
Right.
they drive off, and as they drive off, he gets pulled off the raft, but some of the rope is now caught on the post.
I was like, he does it to himself.
Right.
They pulling him off, so he actually ropes it onto the dock. So trying to, I think, keep the boat there, but he didn't anticipate what would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Lars is basically like, "Wait, I have an idea."
Yeah. Pacifist Lars comes up with a very creative kill. They drive the boat in circles so that the rope starts just squeezing Sam to death.
Right.
This floating dock, like he's pinned up against, the floating dock, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like the post on it. And eventually, like, we can see the rope digging into Sam, and eventually he stops moving.
Right.
So they come back up to the dock and like, okay, I think he's dead. I think it's good. No, Sam just pops up and starts choking Lars. So Lars just shoves him off. He's like, go. So they drive the boat and they keep going until the rope literally tears Sam in half.
Yeah. Like he is in two. We see his bottom half like sink.
So as Sam's upper half comes out of the water and puts Lars in a chokehold, and we see a back shot that it's literally like stomach up
Yes.
of Sam. How he's still alive, we don't know. Lars manages to break out of this.
Because it's only his top
It's only
half.
his top half.
He does-
Lars spins him around like Mario in Mario 64, like how you fight Bowser.
Or like Trunchbull, Matilda.
Yeah.
I love it.
Throws him. Like if you edited that clip and put the Mario like, "Oh, so long, King Bowser," like over it, it'd be perfect.
Oh, I was just thinking like the yeah.
Yes. But yeah, I just loved his menacing face the whole time, like Sam never gave up.
to the end.
But Sam's top half hits the water, and that's the breaking point because his face is clearly like stopped and he sinks.
Yeah.
Or at least it's the last time we see. We don't know, I guess.
Lars makes a comment to Jenny that he'll be kicked out of the pacifist club.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, at least ask to leave.
Yeah.
Lars looks at Penelope and says, "Let's go, Penelope," because he's only ever heard her call that.
Yeah.
I think that's her name.
And Penelope is, despite the fact that Juan just died, she smiles and drives the boat away.
She's so happy about it. Like, God.
We get the end pop up as she drives away, but we see Sam's legs kicking after them.
Yeah, somehow his lower half has come back to the surface and is like chasing the boat. He's gonna get him.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's the end, and then we get the gag reel after, which, like, I miss gag reels.
Yes.
I feel like streaming has really... I don't want to, like, go on another tangent about streaming. I feel like I've done this in a few episodes before. And it's like, yes, I'm still perpetuating the problem. We streamed this on Amazon, but it's like, Chelsea, I think you actually own the DVD, right?
Yes, I have the DVD.
Yeah.
There's the lovely soundtrack to it. There's 2 commentaries to it. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I miss that element of movies with, like, the gag reel. I feel like streaming has kind of killed it because you just roll to the credits and it's like, hey, watch this other movie. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I fucking love the gag reel for this, though, because it's just... It's so good.
I know. I'd forgotten, I think, because it's been so long since I, like, watched it. Or at least, like, watched it on a DVD, yeah. So, like, immediately, yeah, like, I was, like, watching the credits, I was just singing along, and then I was like, oh, yeah! The flipping gag was on the credits. I love it, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's so good. And then, like, the credits start rolling, and Nick's like...
Wait, Bill Paxton was Coconut Pete? Why did you lie to me?
Like, because I can't believe that, like, I gave you so much shit about not knowing who Bill Paxton was, and you still didn't fucking Google him! Like, you still didn't! You weren't even like, oh, you know what, I better, like, just see a movie just so that, like, you know, I don't get any shit for this. No, you still went into the movie blind, so it's like, yeah, no, it's Putnam. That's Bill Paxton.
I am a man of authenticity.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, him realizing that Coconut Pete was played by Bill Paxton was fucking beautiful.
So funny. I love that. I love that for you.
Yes. Thanks. Alright, as our guest, give us your rating first.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's so hard to be like, oh, I can't be objective. Like, this is an absolute...
Do your best.
It's an... No, I can't be objective. Like, it's an absolute 5-star for me, but that's just because the absolute... I rate based on enjoyment, so people are probably like, well, this isn't, like... Am I saying this would win an Oscar? No, that's Anora. I'm kidding. Jokes. Watch the Anora podcast. No, am I saying this would be Oscar worthy? Absolutely not. But I rate based on enjoyment, and this movie has never brought me anything less than like the max, the tops of enjoyment, and I love it so much. And I've showed it obviously like every time I meet a friend, and if I get that vibe that you're that kind of friend, I'm like, you want to see Club Dread? It's immediately, yeah.
I mean, that was the first time I had ever watched this movie. It was with you.
Yeah. So yeah, 5-star for me. I love this movie to no end.
I love it.
And how about you?
What about you? What'd you think? What are you rating this?
Well, I'll give it. I give it 4 out of 5. I thought it was like.
I'm surprised.
Giving something to give something a 5 out of 5. Like I feel like it's a feeling I have to have immediately, where I watch a movie, I'm like, this was perfect, and I didn't get that here, but I had a lot of fun with it. It was really funny. It did a lot of things, like the way Scream is kind of like a parody horror movie,
yeah,
but it's still a horror movie.
Yeah,
I thought this did like a really good job of doing that.
Yeah,
and they didn't have to lean into like how Scream leans into like, oh, we're gonna discuss horror movie tropes.
Yeah,
they didn't even have to do that.
No.
Yeah.
So if you asked me, well, do you prefer this or Scream? I'd say this.
Wow.
Nice.
Shocking.
So
my other star, but okay, for different reasons.
Yeah. You are a Scream girl
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, I like Scream, and I
Yeah.
like and Scream has its own highs and lows as a franchise,
Yeah.
but like
I
as
love
a
that.
standalone,
I personally love that for you because, like, if there was like anybody else who's like has taste, I'm not saying you don't, but that's how they would describe it. Like, how could you pick this movie over Scream? And like, because it's a good time, and also his favorite movie is Pootie Tang. But listen, but that's the point.
Yes.
But it's so entertaining, yeah. So you rated it higher than I thought you would. So like, that's awesome.
no, it was a good time from start to finish.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.1 out of 5. I felt like 4 was too low, but I wasn't gonna go out and give it a 5, and that's not
Point one.
like I love so much about this movie. I like these kinds of scary movies. Like I know everyone always like gives me shit because it's like the trailer for The Nun comes on, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't watch it. Like I can't do those movies. I fucking love when like scary movies are like funny and campy and just like making fun of all of these different other aspects, like parodies.
Yeah.
Like I love that. Although weirdly enough, Scary Movie 3 actually does scare me, but that's a different episode.
Yeah, that's for a different. That's a different reason.
But like just the quotes and just like
Like
I fucking love
I
it.
used to
So yeah,
watch
it's like
this
my
movie.
first introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Broken Lizard. So I feel like it was like a good starter for like all of their other movies that they have
Yeah.
done. And like, yeah, Bill Paxton, Coconut Pete is just like such a good fucking character. I feel like so many other movies try so hard to make a character like that. Like they actively are like putting in so much work and it falls short. And it's like like these guys just had fun with it.
I love this movie because, well, like, I used to fall asleep to this movie. Like, I had this DVD on, and as we come in through the clouds and you hear the scream, and I was like, like, this was a bedtime movie. It was good.
I
Loved.
think there were times that I had sleepovers at your house and this was on.
Yeah. It's so good. It was my comfort. But what I love about this is that he gives me, like, obviously, since Nick, you love Muppets Christmas Carol. Like,
Yeah.
what makes that movie so great with Michael Caine is that he commits. He's a one human man and basically in a world of Muppets, but he commits, and so it's just sold so well. And I feel like that was Bill Paxton here, even though the character he's playing is like some just like guy, but he commits to being this role, and it never looks like fake or disingenuous, and it's just like such a fun, good character that you're not just like, well, he's just that guy. He commits. They all commit to the bit. Even even though he hated the character, he's like, I got to be some British guy in this. Like the actual actor, he was like, he still committed to the bit, and it sold it. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, very, very special thank you to our guest.
Yes, thank you.
We've loved having you.
Thank you.
And one of our 3 listeners,
Every time I hear you guys say that, and you always give like shout outs to your mom, and I'm like, I'm here. Hi, listen.
Yeah. Well,
And our next episode, we will be reviewing. What did we decide on?
Slumdog Millionaire. We're going the other way for.
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta listen to that for you, Makaila.
You know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know me, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we will see, or you'll hear us all in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.